So Linda Broom, she's on the screen there. Linda began volunteering with Learning Ally in September of 2018 as a checker. And her story goes like this. She began as a checker and she got her feet wet. Then she liked it a lot and she became a reader for the textbook community. And then she dove into the deep end and she actually auditioned to be a literature community narrator. She's doing amazing at that. And not only why we like to focus on Linda today is being a new volunteer, and she'll talk about it a bit more. She's also been joining her community events and spreading the love of Learning Ally. And that's something that we always welcome. So Linda, thank you so much for joining us today.
Well, thank you guys very much. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay, wonderful. I have an outside voice, so I'll try to speak lowly here. But as Lori said, I've only been volunteering for about 6 months with Learning Ally, and I actually learned about it from Michael Kinsey at VO Atlanta last year. He rocks, right? And I was so intrigued by it because not only do I love reading, but I love to do voiceover. And so it was a perfect combination of that. And to be honest with you, that was kind of my first motivation. But once I dove in and really looked at the Learning Ally website and learned more about the program, it has become much more than just being able to record and do voiceover. It's really brought a lot of joy to my life, just knowing that there is somebody that is getting the benefit. And hearing Karen's story, for instance, like really made me tear up because you actually get to hear what we're doing as volunteers and how impactful that is for someone else. So I do have a real job that I go to 40 hours a week, but I race home every day because I like to get into the studio and record a chapter at least. I try to do at least 3 or 4 chapters a week if I can. And so it just brings me a lot of joy. But I really enjoyed reading the upper grades, the textbooks. Number one, I learned a lot. But it was really interesting to read the textbooks for the college and the high school. But I really wanted to get into a point where I was reading a full chapter or a full book myself. So that's why I really joined the literature community, and it's been so much fun. So I've only actually read 2 books so far. The first one that I read was Flat Stanley, which was really fun. And now I'm reading actually a very long book. It's called The Reader by Tracy Chee. And it is so exciting. And I think that's what I love about it, is getting to read those books and learn with it. So because it's a very long book, it's taking me a little bit longer. And that kind of leads me into my volunteer lesson learned was you really have to schedule your time. And because sometimes I think it's easy to lose track of where you are in the book with the deadline. And so just making sure that you're planning out how you're going to get that book accomplished was probably one of my biggest lessons learned as a new volunteer. As Lori said, I recently was asked to volunteer at a community event here. I live in Georgia, so it was for a school here in our area for their agency fair, and it was for teachers and parents of children with special needs. And so I represented Learning Ally there, and it was really fun, not only getting to share the experience of being a volunteer. I had a lot of people sign up to become readers because, as Lori told me, that they love to have teachers and parents become readers. And then I had a lot of people ask about the program itself, so I was able to share the information about the website where they could get more information and things like that. So that was really a fun experience for me. And I will say, for the volunteers out there, if you are employed full-time with an employer who will match your time, sometimes they'll monetarily match your time. So for instance, the company that I work for every 40 hours that I volunteer a year, they'll provide a $500 grant to Learning Ally. And then they'll also do a matching if I've charitably give to Learning Ally, they will also match that. So I would really encourage you to look into that if you have that opportunity with your employer. Just thought of that as I was talking about that. One of the other big things I would say that I learned through my volunteer with Learning Ally is how much of an impact it had on some of my friends and family that I didn't even know. So as I share about Learning Ally and the experience that I'm having with them as a volunteer, I have learned that some of my friends and family and coworkers have actually utilized their services or have someone that could use it. And so it's been really inspiring that way too, to share what Learning Ally does. And then lastly, I would also encourage you guys to fundraise for the Building Books fundraiser. So that's something I'm participating in as well. It's super easy, just going in and signing up to be a fundraiser, and it walks you through how to build your own message, I guess, on your Facebook page or any other social media, and being able to encourage others who may not know about Learning Ally to help and fundraise for that. So it's been a really great opportunity, and I can't wait to learn more. So thank you guys for giving me this opportunity.
Thank
Linda,
you.
you rock. Thank you,
Oh,
Linda. Linda.
thank you.